Hi there, I'm Emily, a 36-year-old woman navigating through life's unpredictable twists and turns. Let me share with you a story that's a mix of tragedy and a hint of dark humor, a tale that unfolded in the ordinary course of my life. I used to be just your average run-of-the-mill gal, blending into the crowd. My journey took an unexpected turn when I met Jake, a man a few years my junior, at a work mixer. He pursued me relentlessly, and before I knew it, we were married. Little did I know, storm clouds were gathering. The real challenge started when we visited Jake's family home. My mother-in-law, let's call her Mrs. Reynolds, wasn't exactly welcoming. Her interrogations were like a relentless storm, questioning my age, education, and every aspect of my existence. Despite David, my husband, shrugging off her remarks, it set the tone for our strained relationship. Things got more complicated when we announced the birth of our baby girl, Lily. I expected joy and acceptance, but Mrs. Reynolds' reaction was beyond my imagination. Lily was barely acknowledged, dismissed for being a girl, and criticized for not being a potential heir. The tension escalated, and I found myself standing up to Mrs. Reynolds, defending my daughter and myself. Fast forward a few years, and my relationship with Mrs. Reynolds hadn't improved. David started spending an unusual amount of time at his family home, and his attitude towards me began to change. His indifference and sudden solo visits to his parents raised suspicions. A friend suggested I investigate, and reluctantly, I agreed. That decision led me to a shocking revelation. David was cheating with a nurse named Natalie, a woman 10 years younger than me. The pain of betrayal cut deep, and the confrontation with David and Mrs. Reynolds was a heartbreaking ordeal. As I faced the crumbling ruins of my marriage, Mrs. Reynolds had the audacity to defend her actions, claiming she orchestrated the affair to help David. The sense of isolation and the unraveling of the life I thought I knew became too much to bear. The divorce papers were thrust into David's hands, demanding alimony and child support for Lily. The truth, cold and harsh, stared us in the face. My once happy family was now shattered, and I was left to pick up the pieces. The support that I had hoped for from David and Mrs. Reynolds was replaced by deceit and heartache. In the aftermath, I found an unexpected ally in Natalie, the nurse who had unknowingly become a part of this tragic tale. We decided to hire lawyers, move forward independently, and forge a new path for ourselves. A bitter laugh escaped as I realized that the only silver lining in this dark cloud was the friendship that emerged from the wreckage of broken dreams. The scars of betrayal run deep, but as Emily, the woman who once thought she was just an ordinary housewife, I'll keep moving forward, one painful step at a time. Weeks passed, each day a slow trudge through the emotional wreckage of my life. Lily, my sweet daughter, became my anchor. The pain in her innocent eyes mirrored my own, and we clung to each other in the midst of the storm. The divorce proceedings loomed, a daunting journey through legal complexities and emotional turmoil. David's indifference persisted, as if the bond that once held us had evaporated overnight. The weight of single motherhood settled on my shoulders, and the financial strains of divorce cast a shadow on our already fractured existence. As I navigated the intricacies of legal battles and custody arrangements, Natalie stood by my side. Our friendship, born out of shared pain, evolved into a lifeline. In the midst of darkness, we found solace in each other's company. Our stories intertwined, and together we faced the challenges of rebuilding our lives. One day, as I picked up Lily from school, she looked up at me with those big, questioning eyes. "Mom, why did Daddy leave?" The weight of her innocent inquiry crushed my heart, and I struggled to find the right words. Honesty prevailed, and I explained, in the simplest terms, that sometimes grown-ups make mistakes, and life doesn't go as planned. Natalie's presence brought a sense of stability. She became the confidant I never knew I needed. We shared laughter, tears, and the silent understanding that only comes from walking a similar path of heartbreak. The scars of betrayal etched into our stories only strengthened our bond. Amidst the upheaval, I returned to work. The routine provided a semblance of normalcy, a distraction from the echoes of shattered dreams. Laylee, resilient in her own way, adapted to the new normal. Our home, once filled with the promise of a family, echoed with the hollowness of what once was. Legal proceedings continued, each meeting with David a painful reminder of what was lost. Alimony and child support became more than just financial matters. They symbolized the acknowledgement of the pain inflicted and the responsibility to mend what could be mended. One evening, as Lily slept peacefully, I sat alone with my thoughts. The weight of the past bore down on me, but a glimmer of strength emerged from the depths of despair. Natalie and I had weathered the storm together, and in that shared journey, we discovered the resilience within ourselves. As the days turned into months, the legal battles drew to a close. The divorce was finalized, marking the end of a chapter I never imagined writing. David, now a distant figure, faded into the background of my life, leaving behind a legacy of pain and lessons learned. With Natalie by my side, I faced the daunting task of rebuilding. Our friendship, forged in the crucible of adversity, became the cornerstone of our newfound resilience. The scars remained, but they transformed into badges of survival, proof that even in the darkest moments, life could be stitched back together, albeit in a different pattern. And so, as Emily, the woman who once faced betrayal and heartbreak, I embarked on the uncertain road ahead, guided by the unwavering support of a friend who understood the depth of my scars. The future was uncertain, but in the company of a kindred spirit, I discovered the strength to face whatever lay ahead. Months turned into a year, and as the seasons changed, so did the landscape of my life. Natalie and I found strength in our shared journey, building a life intertwined with the echoes of our pasts. We navigated the challenges of single parenthood careers and the uncharted territory of redefining ourselves in the aftermath of heartbreak. Lily, resilient as ever, flourished amidst the chaos. Her laughter echoed through the halls of our home, a testament to the healing power of time. She became a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, life had the capacity to renew itself. Natalie, too, embarked on her own journey of healing. The wounds inflicted by David's betrayal were still fresh, but together we faced the pain head-on. Our friendship became a sanctuary, a safe space where vulnerability was embraced and the process of rebuilding unfolded. As we embraced the rhythms of our new lives, a sense of independence took root. Careers flourished, friendships deepened, and the scars of the past gradually faded into the background. The echoes of Mrs. Reynolds' disdainful remarks and David's betrayal became distant whispers, gradually losing their power to wound. Occasionally, the specter of the past would resurface in unexpected moments. A familiar scent, a song on the radio, or Lily's innocent question about her father. Yet, with Natalie by my side, those moments became opportunities for reflection and growth rather than triggers for pain. One evening, as we sat on the porch, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and pink, Natalie spoke softly, "Emily, we've come a long way." And indeed we had. The journey of rebuilding had reshaped us, leaving behind versions of ourselves that were stronger, more resilient, and acutely aware of the fragility of life. Our lives had become a tapestry woven with threads of pain, laughter, and shared dreams of a future untethered from the shadows of the past. Natalie's presence, once an unexpected twist in the narrative, had become an integral part of my story, a reminder that friendships forged in the crucible of adversity were often the most enduring. In the quiet moments of reflection, I realized that life's narrative was not a linear path but a mosaic of experiences. The pain of betrayal had not defined me. It had sculpted a version of myself that embraced vulnerability and found strength in unlikely places. As Emily, the woman who had faced heartbreak and emerged on the other side, I understood that the story was ongoing. The wounds of the past had become a roadmap for resilience, and the future, though uncertain, held the promise of continued growth and newfound joy. With Natalie and Lily by my side, I faced the unknown with a quiet courage, ready to embrace whatever life had in store for us. The passage of time brought subtle yet profound changes to our lives. Lily, now a little older, continued to be the radiant light that brightened our home. Her resilience mirrored in every smile, every achievement at school, and every dream she shared for the future. As a mother, witnessing her growth became my greatest source of pride and joy. Natalie and I settled into a rhythm that felt uniquely ours. Our shared experiences became the foundation of a friendship that weathered storms and celebrated victories. We found solace in each other's company, navigating the complexities of life with a shared understanding that words often couldn't capture. One afternoon, as the golden hues of autumn painted the world outside our window, Natalie looked at me with a reflective gaze. "Emily," she began, "sometimes I can't believe how far we've come. The scars are still there, but they've become a part of our story, not the entirety of it." Her words resonated deeply, echoing the truth that our past, though marked by pain, did not define us. We had grown beyond the roles of victims of betrayal, emerging as architects of our own destinies. The scars, once raw and agonizing, had transformed into symbols of survival, a testament to the strength found in the aftermath of heartbreak. The legal proceedings, which once loomed as insurmountable mountains, had become distant memories. Alimony and child support, while crucial for Lily's well-being, were no longer the focal points of our lives. Instead, we focused on building a future filled with love, laughter, and the pursuit of dreams that had been temporarily eclipsed. As Lily approached adolescence, questions about her father became more nuanced. Conversations about family structures and the beauty of diversity unfolded naturally. It became a delicate dance, ensuring she felt secure in her identity while acknowledging the complexities of our family narrative. Natalie, in her role as a trusted friend and confidant, played an integral part in guiding these conversations. Our home, once fractured by betrayal, had evolved into a sanctuary of love and understanding. The walls echoed with the laughter of two women who had weathered the storm together. Our shared experiences had forged a connection that ran deeper than blood, creating a family defined not by genetics but by choice. Occasionally, the specter of the past would cast its shadow, prompting moments of introspection. Yet, with each passing day, those shadows became fleeting reminders rather than looming threats. The weight of bitterness and resentment had been replaced by a lightness that allowed us to savor the beauty of ordinary moments. In the quiet moments of the night, as I watched Lily sleep peacefully, gratitude washed over me. The journey, though arduous, had brought unexpected gifts: resilience, compassion, and a friendship that defied the odds. As Emily, the woman who had faced the depths of heartbreak, I realized that the story was far from over. The future, with its uncertainties and unwritten chapters, held the promise of continued growth. Natalie and I, bound by the threads of shared experiences, faced it with a courage that had been nurtured in the crucible of adversity. As the next chapters unfolded, we embraced the beauty of resilience and the enduring power of friendship, ready to script a story that reflected the strength found in rebuilding after the storm. Life continued its ebb and flow, carrying us through the years with a blend of challenges and victories. Lily blossomed into a remarkable young woman, her spirit undaunted by the shadows of the past. As a mother, my heart swelled with pride at the person she was becoming. Our home became a haven of support and understanding. Conversations with Lily evolved as she sought to understand the intricacies of life, love, and the complexities of relationships. Navigating adolescence alongside her became a shared journey, and Natalie, with her wisdom and empathy, became an invaluable guide in these uncharted waters. The scars of betrayal, though etched into the fabric of our lives, were no longer the focal point. Instead, they became markers of resilience, symbols of the strength discovered in the aftermath of heartbreak. The bitterness that once lingered had transformed into a sweet recognition of the depth that had emerged from the ashes. Natalie and I continued to redefine ourselves, personally and professionally. Careers flourished, dreams were pursued, and the echoes of Mrs. Reynolds' disdain and David's betrayal faded into mere whispers. The chapters of our lives were no longer defined by the pain of the past, but by the resilience and growth that followed. One summer evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting hues of pink and orange across the sky, Natalie and I sat on the porch. The air was filled with a quiet contentment, a testament to the healing power of time and the strength found in shared laughter and tears. Emily natally began, breaking the comfortable silence. Do you ever think about what might have been if our paths hadn't crossed? Her question lingered in the air, prompting reflection. In that moment, I realized that the unexpected turns in our lives, the pain, and the subsequent healing had forged a connection that went beyond the realm of possibility. Our friendship, born in the crucible of adversity, was a silver lining that emerged from the darkest clouds. As the years passed, Lily's curiosity about her father evolved into a more nuanced understanding. The complexities of relationships and the imperfections of life were embraced with an open heart. The conversations, though challenging at times, became opportunities for growth and understanding. In the tapestry of our lives, new threads were woven. Friendships flourished, memories were made, and the future beckoned with a promise of continued adventure. The scars, once tender to the touch, had become symbols of triumph, proof that even in the face of betrayal, one could rebuild, redefine, and rediscover joy. And so, as Emily, the woman who had faced heartbreak and emerged on the other side, I embraced the evolving narrative of our lives. Natalie and I, with Lily by our side, walked into the future with a shared sense of courage, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The story continued, an ever-unfolding tapestry of resilience, friendship, and the beauty found in rebuilding after the storm.